The issue opens with some survivors still, and they're looking up, and they see Superman flying through the sky, and they see Superman, what does that mean? That means hope. But no, Superman just flies down and completely demolishes a building that you can assume was full of survivors. There is no hope. Hope is lost. DCeased issue 6, here we go. This is the final issue of the original 6 miniseries. All that stuff we just did the past 15 issues, that was published later. If you were reading DCeased as it came out, it was just these issues and that one shot with Booster Gold. Superman's a zombie. What are we gonna do? How do we take him out? Little boy Batman pulls out a USB with a Superman logo on it and says,
"With this, Batman left a takedown plan for every major superhero."
Batman countermeasures, as it were. Thank you. Green Arrow's like, yep, of course, Bruce is a paranoid guy. What's his plan for me?
Actually, he, didn't have one for you.
Green Arrow actually gets pissed off. He's like, yeah, he doesn't have a countermeasure for me, which we know is actually bogus because there was a Green Arrow countermeasure. There's been at least 2. One is just disable the arms. The other one is to screw up his social life. So Batman's a bit of a dick. Essentially, this plan in this universe is just kryptonite. Wonder Woman, like, takes the kryptonite, is like, I got one better. And like, what do you mean? He's like, you think Batman's the only one with plans to take people down? I got some Wonder Woman countermeasures. And they're actually lethal. She knows Kal-El is weak to both kryptonite and magic, so she takes her magic-infused sword and makes it a kryptonite magic sword. Plan is to use that to buy some time to get these arcs off. They're now saying the arcs are 7 million people each, so maybe I missed that. They didn't quite fill them up, but they're taking off in the Gotham arc, and Poison Ivy's like, I'm not abandoning the Green. And Harley Quinn's like, I'm not abandoning her, so she stays back too. Meanwhile, they're trying to do the same thing in Themyscira. They're trying to get everybody onto the arc there, and they are, but all of a sudden, Atlanteans attack, and they're bringing with them a giant damn Kraken. And Aquaman's on top of the Kraken like, aha, commanding it, and it rises up, and all of a sudden just, arrow to the eye out of nowhere. I just fired an arrow half a mile through blowing winds into the eye of the undead Sea King who was controlling a damn Kraken. You, Batman. Mara's holding up a big wall of water trying to keep the undead out and stuff, but I mean, they're Atlanteans, they're swimming through it, they're getting through. Philippus and Antiope and Hippolyta and Cassie, and they're all running around like just, the Amazons are just defending everyone as they can while they load up this raft. Meanwhile, Superman is just tearing up everything. Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and the Green Canary are there trying to stop. Green Canary makes a big megaphone construct and screams into it. That does bring Superman to his knees. Back on Paradise Island, Antiope goes down and, you know, Mara gets on the raft, and Cassie's like, okay, come on, let's get on the raft. They're like, no, you go ahead, you go on the raft. And basically the Amazons stay behind and sacrifice themselves to save humanity. So we don't actually see it, but it can be assumed that Hippolyta and Philippus go down. The Cyborg and Green Canary are doing everything they can to hold Superman back. They seem to be doing all right, but Superman is breaking through constructs, you know. Superman is going to get through. Then all of a sudden, Wonder Woman comes in, cuts off his arm, and stabs him through the gut. That's not enough to do it. He punches a hole in Wonder Woman. She's dead. And Superman notices the arc, and he takes off after it. Cyborg says, hey, I got Wonder Woman, you go. Green Canary, take the sword, go get Superman. Like I said, she's the MVP here. John Kent up on the arc is like, my dad's coming. Maybe I could buy you guys a bit more time. And he goes up to face him, like, what can he do? There's an epic clash as Superboy and Superman meet, and just boom into space. And John Kent is getting his ass beat by a one-armed Superman. Green Canary shows up just in time, but she's not the only one that shows up. The entire freaking Green Lantern Corps has finally arrived to quarantine the Earth. Guy Gardner's there. He's cracking jokes because he's a dick, but it's his way of dealing with everything. Anti-living Superman just kind of floats there, and he's like, huh. And they're like, what's he doing? What's with Superman? Black Canary's like, he is an equation. He's just doing the math right now to see if he can take all of us on. And he decides, nope, he can't. Pieces off, gets out of there. Where's he go? He flies right into the damn sun. He realizes he can't take on all the Green Lanterns. He does the math and says the quickest way to kill a bunch of life is to suck the life out of the sun and let the Earth die slowly. And the Green Lanterns are like, ugh, we can't really do that. We can't compete with that. The best thing we can do is just get these arcs out of here. Humanity's time on Earth is done. It's time for them to find a new planet. Sorry. I mean, that was the plan already anyway. But back on the Earth that will be doomed eventually, Cyborg has Wonder Woman tied up in a golden lasso, and he's like, I gotta know. Can you talk? And it's like, yeah, we can speak. He's like, okay, is there a cure? And Anti-Life Wonder Woman is like, yeah, there's a cure. It's inside you, Cyborg. And Cyborg's like, oh, what? Okay, I gotta get to the ark, because he wasn't planning on going up with them. He's like, nope, you know, this virus started with me. I'm not going to the new planet. I'm sacrificing myself and staying behind because I'm not risking bringing the virus to another planet. I gotta go up there and tell him there's a cure. Tell him the cure's in me. But as he's thinking that, he let his guard down. Wonder Woman comes behind him and rips his frickin' head off. So there goes any chance for the cure. We go up and we see the remaining heroes on the ark. They're approaching a new planet. It has a reflection. It's kind of like Earth. It's the new planet they found, I guess. They say this is our new home. This is our Earth 2, which is not another universe thing. So it was a weird choice of Earth 2. It's referencing a TV show from the 90s. But that's where they go, and that is how DCeased ends. We still have 2 more issues of the Unkillables that take place after this, and then we do get into sequel series. The sequel series next is called Dead Planet. So that should tell you what it's about. I might take a little bit of a break in between, but I'm not sure. So keep checking back to see when these videos come. They're going to keep coming till I finish every DCeased thing there is. I don't know, subscribe. They say in these YouTube videos to make sure and tell everyone to subscribe. So I should have done that sooner in the video. Anyway, ta-ta.